Welcome back to Blacksmith Master. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have 4 merchants out here, but basically this one is done. And then we're going to have, basically we're going to focus entirely with the merchants. We're going to focus pretty much entirely on blueprints just to make sure we get as many as possible and get all of them if we can. So we'll go ahead and get that one too. And then anything else we can get would be design point oriented. We have pretty much everything legendary. If I take a look at my blueprints, we're very close to having everything legendary anyway. Let's go ahead and up that. So we're only selling 3 items right now that are at epic quality, or 3 items right now, I should say, that are under legendary, and then the one we can't make. And then we have 5 blueprints available that we can push for unlocking. So overall, I think, things are getting pretty serious. Yeah. In regarding for that. If I look at the tools, we also have clay storage that was good for pottery work. And if we go to our tech tree, you can see we don't have much left. I mean, it's pine forest and then the stuff on the screen right here. And then we're pretty much done. So 6 items left to go. So I'm going to push on getting everything as much as possible into legendary quality area. And then once everything is legendary, we'll go ahead and unlock the pine forest. And that will get me up where I want to go here. Although, I think if I could probably unlock pottery now with the points I have, it would be okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then I can unlock jewelry. Hey, here we go. Let's just do that instead. We'll wait on the pine forest. That's fine. So with that done, let's pause it really quick. With that done, I can now get all of this stuff. Yes, I like that. So the mold smelter is something that I'm supposed to have. I don't know who's supposed to use it though. Ingots into complex shapes to be used for jewelry. So I feel like it can be kind of maybe down over here. So silver's kind of over there. I'll just put it over here for now. We'll see if anybody uses it. Obviously I have to probably tell them to use it, but yeah. And then there's the press, adds the final touch to hot metal pieces for jewelry. So I think probably this stuff should go somewhere else, right? Let's actually take a look at this. If I was to go up here with the jewelry, I think jewelry and pottery and stuff could be probably floor 3. I don't know, like you guys in the UK call this floor 1 and then ground floor, but we call this, America calls this floor number 1. Right, you got the basement, first floor, second floor, third floor, and I get it. The UK and Europe or whatever, you guys do it differently, but either way, this floor here is going to be just a repeat of this, and then the third floor on top of that would be where I was going to do most of my jewelry stuff, but we can still set it up right now. So I think we'll do the hot press. Let's set it up in the back corner over here. It's pretty close to everything, so we'll do it right there, and then also over here. Okay, and then we have the pottery wheel, the painting table, and the pottery kiln. All of these things need to be done over here too. So I'm going to say we'll put you there, we'll put you there, and the kiln can be here. All right, just trying to see like where everything, how much things get used and all this stuff. So there we go. We have every tool we need to do all the pottery stuff and also to do jewelry. So if I was going to do jewelry now, and I guess we'll get clay. Our clay storage would be over here then, wouldn't it? So let's maybe put that over here. We'll say clay storage goes here and here, just so it's close to where we're actually doing the pottery stuff. And then for the jewelry, I'm not entirely sure where I would want that to be. I guess we could probably put sterling silver up here instead. So why don't we take and move the sterling silver up, and we can place it here instead. Now, I don't know if that's going to mess up a trade route or not. I don't see it messing up any existing transfers. I don't have anyone working silver for transfers right now. So we're going to take one of these guys. You're working with silver already. I just happened to click the one that's working with silver. Okay. So you're making silver ingots, but nobody's making sterling silver yet. So I'll take Hildebald here. I'm going to change you to be making sterling silver ingots. And then I'm not sure if any of you are doing that. I'm going to get, I think, another assistant to just do this. Preferably somebody who can walk upstairs fast. There we go. Ezekiel. Perfect. Ezekiel is going to be in charge of transfers. He's going to take the sterling silver, which I don't have a... Oh, I think it's right here. Double checking. This is the sterling silver one. Okay, so Ezekiel, you're going to take the sterling silver and you're going to bring it up 2 levels to here. And yeah, you can go ahead and take your, I don't know, highest qualities. All skills are fine. Now, there's another thing about this. All of our blacksmiths now have an extra skill to level up. So everyone where I was like, do your highest skill first, I think all of those are going to get messed up. Because if I take a look, I'll just click Robert, right? If I do highest skill first, he's going to get his extra points in metalworking, and that's good. And after this, he was going to start design. But there's pottery now. And every single one of them have a pottery stat. And almost all of them have nothing in pottery. It's only my new hires that have any skill at all at pottery. So I have, for example, hired Leaf. Since unlocking pottery, I've hired Leaf, and you know, you can see that right there. Not since unlocking pottery, since the trade route was open and getting clay. Since getting clay, this showed up. So he has a point in pottery. It takes 10.4 seconds for the blacksmith to shape clay on the pottery wheel, and then another. It takes blacksmith 8% less time to paint pottery at the painting table. Now, what does that mean percentage-wise for time, right? So if I take a look at some of our blueprints, and I go over to, let's say, the mosaic vase, right? There's a lot of different components here, but one of those components is usually paint. So in this case, gold paint takes 25 seconds to apply. That stat would reduce that by 8%, right? So the percentage discount on the time goes up as the skill goes up, okay? Mosaic tiles takes 50 seconds to apply on the pottery, and then there's clay to shape it, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on there, but I'm gonna take and unlock, I think, just like these clay pots and stuff, to see if I can't start getting some of that stuff going with the clay we had before. So they all sell for about the same, because they're all the same cost and everything too. So let's go ahead and take this, and obviously we're not gonna make it until we can raise it up to at least epic, and I think actually I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip epic now and just go straight to legendary for everything. But, you know, we want to see what that looks like, because we have storage for clay now. And then there's no clay here. However, we get clay from the trade routes, right? And so real quick, let me just do the upgrade. Whoever needs it right there. Let's get your, yeah, and then I'm going to put you on equal skills. So if we take a look at this crate, this is for trade routes. We have 41 in here right now. So if I come down to clay pit, I think you need 60, right? 60 is what we require in order to get 40. So I think this is where the level 2 is. So when we get 60 in this crate, does it just automatically trade? I don't know. I really don't. But I do think it's time to get another floor. For sure. So we're going to do that now. We're going to get that other floor going. So this floor is here, right? And then from there, you'd have to wrap around and go up the stairs another way. It's going to take a long time, and maybe it doesn't have to. So let's maybe move this stuff out of the way so that we can do the stairs properly here. So we're going to grab the spiral staircase. Yeah, right about like this. There we go. And then we come up. We get the walls on this side of it, of course, and then we're going to need floors in order to do it, and I think we'll do the purple. Yeah, the purple floors seem cool for this floor. So we'll have purple flooring for this whole area, and we'll get the store moved up to another level 2 probably. And then eventually we'll have a top floor really high up, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to change up how the store is organized down here to where the store is at the top level. So the whole floor, rather than being this little section and then a new floor, a new floor, a new floor on top of it like that, rather than doing that, the store will just be an entire floor all to itself. But until we get that highest floor, it's not really something I care to do right now. So we'll bring this all the way around, and I could probably just say, hey, you know what? There's no reason to bring the store up one more level. But I'm still going to bring the store up one more level. I'm still going to do it. So there it is. And then I guess we'll just kind of do this, because we'll just prepare for that happening. Now the store has a wooden floor pretty much throughout. So I'll keep that going, as ugly as it is. Maybe I'll change the store's flooring eventually, but as ugly as it is, that's what we're going to do there. And then we're going to want to have a door here so they can get access to the store. It looks like it's probably better to put it here, right? Yeah, let's do that instead. We'll put the door there. There we go. We can do beautification stuff later. Okay. So right now, what I want to do is I'm going to take all of this stuff, even though it's being used, and we are going to move it up to the top floor here. And all of you guys can go work up here now. And then we're going to take all of these benches. Not all of them. Let's do some of them. Yeah, we'll say these benches are going to head on up here. And I suppose I probably could put windows and stuff, you know, so they can see out the windows. I don't know if I need 2 windows like that. I think it should be here instead. Yeah. So we'll put that back like that. Okay. And then I think, I don't know, I kind of like the stripes. I was gonna remove the stripes, but you know, I think I'm all right with it. Yeah, I think I'm all right with it. So let's just keep this going. We'll have the stripes, these white stripes, all along the outside like this. Around the outside. Around the outside, right there. And then the lower wall will just be here. So this is still a brick building with these little white stone stripes. It's kind of a boring building being just big old square, but it's all right. It's good. All right. And then for the, you know, I kind of want to have some of these different patterns and stuff. Yeah, this isn't really the, oh, you know what? We probably should do something about that too, right? Oh, and this. I just totally forgot about this. There we go. I have been slacking. There we go. All right, I fixed it. Good. All right, so on this floor is where we're gonna, you know, still do the pottery and stuff and everything. So I want to take, I forgot which one was which here, but we'll go ahead and do this. Let's move the wall prop to be over here. Take you over here, and whoever's doing the pottery will do it over here now. All right, so all of my researchers can make their way upstairs to the 3rd floor now, please. That's where you work. Okay. In the meantime, we have no clay. We can get clay by using, you know, these contracts here. It'll give us just a mere 17 clay, but we have no way of actually just buying clay. At least I don't believe so. No, I can't right click or anything here. So that's a miscellaneous in our warehouse that we just have to earn. I am buying iron because I want them to keep making steel very fast. And I've gone ahead and I've added 2 additional ore storages just so I have something else I can click. I want to keep them running all the time. So that's how I'm doing that. There's a lot of copper here. We're not making any bronze yet, which seems like something I could maybe look at. I don't exactly know what would be made out of bronze. I guess it's probably this shield here, right? Yeah, large bronze ingot there. What else can be made out of bronze? There's not really anything left. So the only reason to make bronze is to make the large bronze for that royal shield. Oh, okay, there's also one that's not available here. So this shield as well, also large bronze. We have gold ingots, gold stuff, large gold and small gold. Pirate shields, very cool. I don't see a whole lot for bronze. Ah, here it is. Just a regular old bronze sword would be the bronze ingot. Gotcha. So there is definitely a reason to go after bronze. To make bronze, but not quite yet. Man, that is empty. You guys really did a number on my supply there. That's awesome. Good job. All right, so we currently have 52 of these pans in here. So that'll give us, again, we're gonna get the trade route for the clay there. And then it looks like we're pretty much beelining this one. There's still so much to do for these merchants, so I definitely want to expand this now. Tell you what, why don't we... Yes, why don't we take this higher? Even higher. Yes, we're going to take all this stuff upstairs. Up we go. You're going to do this stuff up here. Okay, and then this stuff here too. This stuff goes too. Because this is the silver jewelry stuff. Okay. And, you know, we can reposition this so that it's kind of, I don't know, maybe not quite so obnoxious in its spacing. I don't know. I don't know how much we're going to be doing here, but... just kind of get it to where it's I don't know where they should work here. Just put it like this for now. For now, that's fine. This floor is what I wanted to enhance. Now we only have 31,000. We're gonna have even less when we start the day, but I want more of this, right? So I want to keep going. So we're gonna say that the furnace, I'm gonna put these in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over here it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that is exactly where those other ones are positioned. Yes, cool. Then we need the anvils, and those are positioned facing away. Yes, facing away from them, so they're positioned. I have to get the right button here. I keep going the wrong way. Right here. So 1 like that. Yep. 1, 1, 1 like that. And then this one is like this, quench, 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 quench. And then we have 2 additional quenches along with 2 additional anvils. Looks like, yes. Come upstairs. We'll go 1, 2. That's the supply. So it'd be just on the other side of that anvil. So here and here is my additional quench. And then, again, I want to just double up everything we're making. I want to be able to make a lot more. So iron ingots going there. Storage goes here and here. There is a gap there. Let's put that right there. Okay. And then we're going to configure them exactly the same way. So copper, and this is the steel. Correct? Yes. So we're going to say that this one is steel. This one is the copper ingots. We got both of these being iron. That's good. And we're down to 19,000 now. I'm kind of... I mean, we're going to need carriers to bring things down. And I'm wondering about this space right here. I don't know if there's enough room for it, but I'm thinking another staircase right here would be cool. If I move this bench up here, can I fit stairs? Scroll this down. Can I fit stairs right here? Yeah. I think stairs right here is an interesting idea. Doesn't overlap anything. Yeah. Oh, I think it's this prop right here. Yeah. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so this little prop thing's just gonna go there. So that gives me stairs. Again, more, it's still a bit crowded, but I think it's worth it. And then get my workbenches again. And again, I'm looking for it to basically just be a replica. I can't copy this. As far as I know, I can't copy and paste. That would have been really cool to do. I can move it all, but I can't copy and paste. So the best way I'm finding to do it is just to look directly above it. And then I think that's where it is. Yeah, that seems about right. Maybe it's a little bit over. I think maybe it was here. Yeah, it's right there. Okay, and then we'll just do the same thing like this. Right? 3 rows? Yep. And then same thing here with a gap. So much money spent. for the time being, we have that. And honestly, I think we can probably get away with doing the other cheaper stuff too, because there's the wood cutting, the carpentry tables and stuff. We could probably get away with doing those as well. So we'll just get like a few of them, I guess. I'm going to probably mess this up. Yeah. And we'll slide this over. 5 of them are right now is good. And then for the wood storage, let's go ahead and put a few of those up here too. We have a lot of wood to go ahead and store like that. We're going to want to have some of our raw resource stockers. Let's go ahead and have... there's a copper. I think probably we can take away... Let's take away one of the people doing the merchants. This person has pretty... I think Carlisle's better here, though. We're going to have you restock wood. And then you'll end up restocking the wood on that other floor, too. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, initially, a lot of our guys are going to want to work in stations where they shouldn't be working. So we're going to have blacksmiths coming up here, and we're going to have them doing kind of silly things for a little while. I'm going to go ahead and purchase some iron up here just so they can do that. But we will have some people that are working on restocking. And then we're going to have to ramp up our operations on creating additional iron here too. So I'm going to need additional people doing that as well. And I really don't have anyone I can hire at the moment. I'm kind of ramping up as fast as I can. And that may not be smart because I sort of have to complete contracts so that I can not have a negative balance, right? So I feel like maybe this is 33,000 right here. So I think we rush this since it's the closest. If we get that 33 grand, I think that'll be a huge help. But again, we have, people brushing up and down here. So I think what I would want in that scenario is I would want to have a item chest that these guys can just dump things in. And it should be here, I think. Yeah. I don't have enough money for this. Fine. You know what we'll do then is we're going to take the iron, we're going to take the chest from here. And we're going to bring it up here and we're going to say that's where this chest is. And that's going to allow anyone who makes things up here, they're going to be able to just drop them off in here instead of going downstairs. That's my hope anyway. And then immediately, whoever's carrying things, right, they're going to be able to grab things and then they'll take them instead. Okay. This is going to be, there's a bit of a transition period here, right? So you're not going to be very optimal until we really get more blacksmiths. I need to hire, like 30 more people, essentially, to make this really optimal. But by the time it's done, we should be able to make all of this stuff much faster. And that means more money, more everything, just more and more everywhere, more everything. But until then, I let it run probably for a day. We're out of debt. That's fine. That's fine. I do need to stock up money because it costs me like $18,000 a day in wages. What is it? What is it for wages? Wages are 17,600. So as long as I have more than 17,600 in here, 630, whatever. As long as I have more than that, then, I don't start the day with a bad balance. And what do you know? We got that. So that one's done. And I think we can probably hold off a little bit here. Making bows are pretty easy, though. Long bows are quite simple. We'll do the bows. Get the bow contract. And they could be making them up here, too. All right, so we have lots of wood in stock. It's very good. As far as our iron goes... Yeah, we still need to hire more people for that. So let me just see about better blacksmiths. We definitely need people who don't have any penalties on stairs. I'm okay with them charging me more money. It's just I don't want you to have a problem on stairs. Let's have you come over here. And you're going to be making more iron. And then let's hire another one. I'm going to avoid the blue ones. They're too expensive. I need more bodies. I need more people in the shop right now. She's pretty good. Sidone, we don't have enough benches, of course. We have lots of room for benches, so let's go ahead and build them really quick. And I'll just put them along the edge, maybe back here. That seems like a good spot for some benches. Let's go ahead and hire that person here. You're going to gain XP slower, but you already can carry a lot. And so what we'll have for you, you're going to do an ingot transfer. And I want you, I think, bringing copper upstairs. I think you are going to be bringing the copper that we make and putting it here. So there's 2 stairs. You can haul a lot of it at a time. You're going to walk a little slow, but you can haul a lot of it at a time. And this is just the kind of the start of getting these resources up here for these guys to use. Moving things up. We have a lot of these ingots here. It might be easier if I had, you know, somebody taking ingots away from this one and bringing it upstairs. That might make things a little bit easier. But I think the rest of my hiring money should be spent on actual blacksmiths. So this person actually works with clay faster. That's an interesting perk we have to look at now. But I think, again, I just need bodies. You're kind of an all-around person, Finian. Yeah, you're pretty all-around too, but your positive perk is... I'd rather have this. Finian's going to be with us. And then Galileo here. I guess I'll hire you. And yeah, you're actually great on the pottery as well, Edwina. You're great with the stairs. I'll get Edwina instead. And then that's blacksmiths over here. So just more blacksmiths to get into the shop and do the things we need them to do. Okay, so I still have enough for wages tomorrow. And there's 60 pans in here. Now, does that mean we trade at the start of the next day? Or do I have to initiate the trade on the map? How does it work? I don't know. Let's get the clay pot to epic for now. And where are we at on points right now? Okay, 205. No big deal. If I start the next day, maybe I can click a button. If I click this, does it just work or... And premium clay. Maybe it just happens automatically. Let's try it. Start the next day. And there's 40 clay in there now. Okay. So now we actually have a supply of clay, which means we could make pottery. It's going to be good. I need more assistance. I need tons of assistance. You're good with stairs, but you walk slow by default. Damn. I don't want to risk it. I'm going to take you instead. And then I'll refresh. Oh, look at you. You're great. You're amazing as well. You guys are all great. You're just too expensive. You need to save on the money. Assistant. Let's put Osbert here. Your job is going to be taking steel actually from here and hauling it up here. Ooh, hang on, you can't do that yet. You are not configured correctly. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh, these are large steel ingots. Oh. It's the steel ingot here. Oh, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of steel. We need more steel. I need so much more steel. Okay, the guy who I had running around doing this, who climbs stairs faster... I still want you to do this. Yeah, unfortunately I do. So we're going to have you taking steel, let's say from here, and you're going to bring it all the way up and place it here. And I'll have you do all your skills equally from there. Okay. And then the next person that we hire, which I don't have enough money for, so we'll just wait. I think I want to take a few people who are doing the restocking raw resources right now, though. Maybe take some of the people who are working on iron. I can just buy iron for now. It's fine. I'm going to have one of you guys, and you're all good haulers. That makes sense. Transfer item people. I think the transfer item people. We're going to have whoever's a really good... I think Alice is a pretty good candidate for this. Yeah, I think I can move Alice to... craft me additional steel. And then if there's anybody making copper, there should be one. Is it Rob? Rob is the only copper guy. Yeah, so we probably need another on copper too. But if I'm making more steel, if I have more people crafting steel, then I also have to make sure that I'm adequately supplying the iron to do that. And that's here. This iron goes upstairs prominently, because this is the one that they're collecting it from. But this one is dedicated to steel. And it seems like there's always some iron in stock. This is a good sign. All right, we're going to keep that going. I would like these stocks for these things to start building, but I don't have the money for the people just yet on that. This one's pretty close. I do like this one, another 24 grand plus the blueprint. We'll go ahead and accelerate that. And then we'll see about getting some people to make some of the wood stuff too. So get both of those things in. And then we're still selling things at the shop, so that's going to get me the money, I think, maybe to expand. I'll need another wood crafting table at some point here. To hire more people, I'm going to need more benches at some point here. I'm going to grab a few extra benches. We'll put them over by the stairs. We're not really going to do much over here anyway. There we go. Felt like that should give me pretty good cushion there. And then, yeah, I can buy iron stuff. So I'm all right with it. If we run out of iron stuff, I'll just buy it. But it's I'd rather not buy the ingots, but I don't currently have anyone to carry the ingots up there yet. So I'm still kind of trying to ramp up. But we are using this. I just have to have more blacksmiths so that it makes sense to use it. I kind of wish I could assign them to a post. Like this blacksmith works at this one. This one works at this one. This one works at that. But I also kind of like that it doesn't do that, because otherwise, like, he's going to leave and then he wouldn't be able to use it. You know, and that's no good either. Let's go ahead and get that. Now this is cool. A high chance that there's something inside. We're going to take that. Getting treasure inside one of these chests is actually an achievement in the game. So if you can get the treasure, you should do it. If you like Steam achievements, you should do that. Yeah. There you go. So many contracts just sitting there. So many merchant stuff just sitting there. We could, if with $50,000, I could go get this, and it's a much more favorable trade for clay, getting more and more clay. But that's a lot of money, which I can do right now. But it's a lot of money, and I'm thinking no right now. Not quite ready for that yet. It's telling me that I can do it, but I'm not quite ready for that. Not at all. So we can now move to a new forest. We're out of wood, and it looks to me as though we've cut it all up too. So we've already delivered everything. So if I hit move to a new forest, there they go. The same layout, all the same cutting, all the same like wood chopping and stuff is all happening too. That's great. And then they can go ahead and start chopping it and sawing it and all that stuff. So fun times. Let's go ahead and grab that, and we'll get the blueprint, I think. Yeah, let's go after the blueprint one. Sweet. So we're in a new forest now. Fantastic. We have how much wood? It's still 1,500 wood in storage, so we're not overdoing it with the wood. Like we're very capable of handling wood. All right, we're starting day 55 now. Just a humble 5,863 gold. But I do have now somebody bringing in clay. Decided to get somebody to haul that in. So they come up here and they start dropping it off right in these little baskets. So we're ready to start making pottery if we were selling it. All right, we could do that. So let's take a look at maybe what that's going to look like. We'll just go slow here real fast. Let's take a look at the upgrade that I can give these guys, and then just go high skill. It's fine. The silver bracelet. These are things that we can do now, actually. We can make these because we have the molds and everything. So we should probably start selling these too. Since this is epic already, let's go ahead and do that instead. So we have something epic. And I want to also get, I think maybe, I already have one vase. That's good. So let's start selling that in here. So we don't really have any other jewelry. So we can't really like put it in a jewelry section yet. But there's this jewelry rack, and this one costs more. But they both bring in the same number of customers. I assume this one can hold more items on it. It's got to be the only thing about it. So we'll put this really close. We'll put this like over here. All right, and then this is going to have the silver bracelets in them. Okay. Looks like we can adjust the colors now too. Ooh. Yes, the white. I like it. Is that a thing I could do before as well? No, these can't be adjusted. Those can't be adjusted. No adjustments here. Huh, is it just... It's just the jewelry case that can have that. Okay. Getting a little fancy, I understand. Now, where would the pottery go? I don't know where I would display the pot. Oh, I guess right here. Yeah, the regular shelves also display pottery. Okay, good. So let's have pottery. We'll start that here. And it could be, you know, this little pottery section here right before you get to the tools over here. And then this is going to be where we keep our clay pots. So we have extra items now. And in order to keep our bonus, right, we're going to want to also make sure that we keep up with the decorations at the same time. So I'm going to put, yeah, this can go right here, I guess. Oh, it has to be on a pillar. Fine. And then maybe another carpet, another rug kind of thing. We can go, we already have that one, which is pretty good. I'm actually going to put another one down and then probably a third one here, but that's not going to fit there. Okay. We could do another one over here. Just kind of looks bad having this many rugs. A whole bunch of different rugs that don't really go together. Maybe one by the door. It would at least go together. I don't know about a circle one though. I like the color. I just can't place it here. I'm gonna leave it there. And then inside this room we can put some decorations as well. So let's get maybe a couple of those. Maybe some of these. Can't put it by the stairs. That's fine. Some paintings. We are over the limit, but I'm adding more stuff later anyway. So let's go another painting. How about the horse? Yeah, horse painting right there. That's nice. And then we put this on the third floor maybe. Yeah, out by the pottery area. Put it right over there. Okay, cool. And then this would be, of course, where the store is going to be. Actually, this is where I was going to put the stairs again. So I would actually move. I think I moved the stairs over a little bit. And then that way I'd put the other one here and then they could keep going up and up way. But for now, we're just going to leave this because we need the money. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You ready? It says that there is a high chance there's something valuable inside. Well, high chance my ass. You look inside with hope. Find only scraps and worn trinkets, a humble reward barely worth 7,665. Okay, so I wasn't paid very much then, is what you're saying. I basically gave away all that crap. Great. High chance. That's what it said. It said high chance. We'll grab the blueprint. Okay. I'm prioritizing the goblets right now so I can get that clay. But I would like to see if anyone's going to come up here and do this. Probably somebody who's doing things for the store, I would imagine. It probably could have more. I only have 14,000. I only have 14,000, you guys. That's not great. That's not great. Sylvester, I'm going to hire you. And then Sylvester is going to focus on stuff for the racks. You can actually focus on pottery, but and then jewelry also is an option now, but we're just gonna keep it with fewest items crafted is fine for now. And we'll see if anybody comes up here and uses this stuff, because I want to see how the equipment works. All right, here we go. So he's gonna be here. I'm gonna let the game play real time so we can kind of get an idea of how long it takes them to do this stuff. And I also want to see the animations behind it too, because pottery is a very intricate thing. It's not just somebody hammering steel. There's a lot of intricacy to it. So he goes from here, then he pops it in there. And then once it's all hardened, right, into the shape it's supposed to be. So you shape it, you harden it, and then you come over and paint it. Okay. The whole process is going on a little bit. Oh, he's not going to paint it. Oh, because this one doesn't require painting. Now where is he going? Does he have to take it all the way downstairs? No. Oh, he's going to put it in this. Right. Right. Yeah. So we'll give you a chest that you can place that's right next to the stairs. I think that's probably a good idea. We'll give you your own chest up here, so you don't have to do that anymore, okay? Okay. Now you guys are going to start doing that crap. Like, why? Just put it in the other one. No, don't do this. Don't do this. I think it's whatever's closest, right? So maybe if I position this over here instead, it won't be closest. It does mean that things have to, you know, they have to travel further. But the idea is once he's done here, he can just immediately put it in, and then I'll have one of the carriers can go over and do it. But I'm just trying to prevent at this point. Ooh, there's a lot of them trying the pottery. Yeah, a lot of people actually into this. Okay, so let's add another couple of these tables. Yeah, something like that. And then let's move this over even further away, and then we'll add another one of these. Okay, just trying to help facilitate additional pottery shenanigans. Okay, but I'm trying to avoid this. People coming up from down the stairs who are manufacturing things over here, and then them saying, hey, I want to go all the way up the stairs to drop that off in the chest. And it doesn't, I mean, this is fine because that's somebody actually carrying it to bring it down. I just don't want to see anybody bringing like swords and stuff over here. And so far I don't see that. So I think this is all right. This is going to be all right. In fact, I'm going to take real quick, I'm going to change this to where it's located here. That way, after they drop it off, if they intend to do more, they can pick it up from here. They don't have to go all the way around and pick it up from here. It's deadheaded, right? We don't want to have a whole bunch of time walking over to another source. You might be in stock now, though. Yeah, there we go. Ah, yes. There's all of our pot. I guess there's just pots, right? That's all of our pots. He's focusing on metal items. I like that, but I'm gonna switch it to no preference, and I'm gonna give you 2 points in pottery so you can help out with things like that. Winnie, we're gonna do the same thing with you. We're gonna go no preference here, and we're gonna give you 2 points in pottery so you can help out with that. But everybody can help out with pottery when needed. Looks like we're okay on supply. I'm not seeing a whole lot for, yeah, the pickaxes. We don't have a whole lot of them in stock. We do need to kind of keep up on that, but and then a lot of these shelves are very bare. So I think maybe what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to stop taking so many contracts from merchants, and we're going to start focusing on our own store a bit more, keeping things in stock in our own store. It's basically the same price if you math it out. Like if you take the 205 metal scoops, well, okay, this one's a bad example because we're also getting design points. But if you were to look at a contract that is only cash, you will find that the price, this 101 times 205 is the price of the contract that you're being paid. So we're not really getting, you know, any like special price or anything by selling it to these guys. We could sell them in our own store for the same price. The limitation though is that you are limited, right, and how many people come to your store every day. So it's still good to have merchants, and especially since they can give you blueprints. So all those things are still very good. And I'd really like to start being more optimal with that trade route. There's 60 in here, so we're gonna get more clay, but I would love to have been a bit more efficient with that. So when I get more money, I think I am going to upgrade this so I can get more clay that way. And then we're not even going to touch the birch wood yet. There's gold. I haven't even done anything for gold yet because I haven't unlocked the hunter's bow. That requires birch. Oh, tricky now. I can't do the gold mine until after the birch because I need the birch wood to unlock the gold mine. And then I bet you the gem mine requires something that takes gold. No. That's disappointing. Pine, I guess, but sure. All right, fair enough. I've got loads of these legendary points here. And I think we're about ready to just do it, aren't we? We can right here. So just as an example, you can run the math here. On the big spoon, there's 160 of them. It's 144 gold. So if you take 144 gold, times it by 160, I bet you get 23,040. All right, that's basically what I've been experiencing anyway. They're basically the same contracts like that. This one's much easier to produce, and I get blueprints for that, so we'll put the metal scoop on there. That means there's 2 metal scoop contracts now. Lots of metal scoops to make. Basically. Let's grab more metalworking for you. I have started to revert back to having manual control over their leveling now. Now let's go with speed here, I guess. Just because of the pottery skill, there's a lot of people where it's like, I don't want their max skill to go up because I want them to have some kind of pottery time too. But I would like to get a contract for pottery because these things are worth quite a bit. They don't take that long to make. Like relative to a pickaxe where you have to go bang metal, then you have to go saw wood, then you have to go put it all together and everything. Like a shield. Those things are worth more, but the pots are... the pots are pretty cool. 603 as opposed to the shield is just 439 legendary. So the clay pots are actually worth quite a lot, and we can sell them as legendary pots now for 643. So very nice. Now we could start getting paint and stuff too, and it looks like we have this like white paint available at painting table. Yes, gold paint, and then we have the golden pot we can make as well. So maybe we start looking at doing that. Not quite ready for the golden pot, but we're going to make it. We're going to get it up to the epic quality that we expect, and we're going to make it. There we go. Hamlin, let's get your speed up a little bit here. That's fine. And I think for the carriers, it's fine to just tell them to do equal here, transfer items and stuff. At this point, I'm not sure my item transfers necessarily need to have like highest carrying capacity because they are regularly getting to chests that do not have enough for them to fully max out their carrying capacity anyway. And so then it becomes, how fast can you walk becomes the biggest thing. I have enough money to kind of get everything here sorted. So you can just give them more iron, man. Look at this. That's nuts. That's really nuts. I shouldn't have had to do that. But yet here I am spending the money on that instead. There we go. Just gonna... Anything else want to be just cheated into existence? No, we're good? Okay. And they're still working too. It's 12 a.m. This is how busy it is after midnight. This is how all the free labor I'm getting. It's glorious. Oh, you know what? This is what I should do, right? That $81,000, I should be doing this. Done. Yeah. Much better arrangement, much better trade. We just need to get the cooking pans in there, right? And then almost done with this one for the blueprint. Okay. I've had my fun today. I hope you guys have too. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. We'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.